What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the next episode of the Path to Mindset Mastery. My name is Bizjack. I'm a mindset coach, inspirational speaker, and I'm the creator of the online mindset course Appreciation Academy. And today I will be sharing 7, maybe 8 of the tips that I have to stay positive through the fall season, especially when everyone else seems to be down in the dumps. So just imagine for a second how incredible these last couple months of the year could be if you didn't fall into that funk, if you knew how to break through it. Imagine how life would be if the weather or the season didn't affect your mood. Imagine the impact you could have on the people in your life if you were that positive person, that beacon of hope or inspiration for other people when most of the time they're down in the dumps. Imagine how that can make an impact on the world. I've heard 3 people today alone say how crappy the weather is. I've heard so many people say, I just have to survive until spring. And whenever I hear stuff like that, I feel a little sad because it's that feeling of hopelessness that they have. I just know it can be avoided. Like, it really can be avoided. People ask me all the time, dude, how are you so damn happy all the time? And it didn't start this way. My version of seasonal affective disorder was weekly affective disorder. I'd find myself on the couch having these depressed episodes like 4 days a week, and I wanted my life to change so damn bad, but I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't. And I wanted, like, every single day I would just start fresh tomorrow because maybe then my mood would be different. And I hit a point in my life where I realized that I had to train my mind to be happy. Something you might not know yet is that happiness is a learnable skill. It's actually a skill. It's not something that you have as a byproduct of something else. Happiness is a learnable skill. There is a methodology. In fact, it's my entire career. I literally teach people how to be happy. So this time of year, how can you bust through those limiting things holding you back when it seems like everybody else is down in the dumps? There are 7 major keys to making it happen. 7 major keys. Number 1, let's dive in right away. Number 1 is to take 100% responsibility for your life. That's key number 1. Have you ever noticed that the second fall comes around, it becomes so easy to blame a condition or the weather for your mood? It just becomes something easy to blame. But if you really look at it, chances are that you still felt this way from time to time in July. Like, how you feel is a state of mind. And states of mind can be changed. When you make a choice that you're going to own your life and stop blaming something else or someone else for how you feel, you take your power back. You feel alive again because you realize that your emotions are something that you can do something about. Literally, every single emotion you have is either a call to action, a message for you, or something you can do something about. So before I even share my tips to start doing this, it starts by releasing the blame for the way you feel. Let go of blaming something other than your own mindset for how you feel. I'm gonna give you a huge nugget that changed my entire life, and it's really, really simple. This huge nugget is simple. You don't need a fucking reason to be happy. You don't need a reason. Stop looking to the weather to make you happy. Stop looking for someone else's reaction to make you happy. Stop looking for your goals to make you happy. Nothing needs to happen for you to feel good. You can feel good at any moment in time for any reason that you want. So take responsibility for your emotions right now. Release blame, and then you'll finally be able to instill the rest of these principles. But it starts by taking 100% responsibility for your life and for your emotions. Number 2 is to analyze your peers. I love this quote. If you meet an asshole one time in the morning, you met an asshole. If you meet assholes all day long, you're the asshole. And want to know what plays into if you're being an asshole or not? Your peer group. From now on, see everybody that you spend time with, or see your life, this is a better way to look at it, see your life from the perspective of it being a multi-million-dollar company. If you ran a multi-million-dollar company, your board of directors affect the direction of your company, right? Their behaviors and decisions change how you lead your life. So if you're hanging around with people that are negative, people who blame the weather, people that are angry or overwhelmed or depressed or anxious, guess what? You're going to turn into them. So a good way to analyze this is to make a list of qualities of all the people you would want sitting at that board of directors. What are they into in their life? What are they going after? Are they big dreamers or are they negative Nancy's? Like, what are their big top qualities that these people have in your life? And then make a list of the top 5 people you spend the most time with and see which people on that list fit the bill. And if they don't fit that, realize they're dragging you down, it might be time to fire them from that board of directors. Your life, this is a quote from Tony Robbins, your life is a direct reflection of the expectations of your peer group. So when I take a look now at my top 5 people, 0 of them complain about life. 0 of them blame something else. 0 of them are negative people. It is really freaking hard to fail at life and to be down and depressed when the people you surround yourself with all the time expect you to be happy, when they're living their best life. It is so hard to feel down. So that's number 2, is analyze your peer group. Number 3 is your morning routine. Start your day with intentionality. So ask yourself this, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? Let me guess, you check your phone. And what happens when you check your phone? You start your day in reaction to other people's needs. And when most other people in the world blame other circumstances for their emotions, chances are the things coming into your inbox aren't positive. In fact, your phone is nothing more than a convenient organizing tool for someone else's priorities. That's it, right? And on top of that, think about the media. The media's primary job is to instill fear, not to educate. It's to instill fear. This is why your mom freaks out about you going to Cancun, because the cartel killed someone on the beach 3 years ago. It's the media instilling fear. This is the single reason, and I get judged for this all the time, but it's the single reason that I haven't watched the news in 6 years. I literally have not watched the news in 6 years, unless it was something positive like how I can help with hurricane efforts or whatever, right? And I'm not denying that negative situations happen. Living a positive life is not denying things that are challenging. Living a positive life is not intentionally surrounding yourself with negativity. So I haven't watched the news in 6 years, right? I don't pay attention to any of that. So you need a morning routine that focuses on your mindset and priming yourself with intentionality of how you want to go about your day. Here's mine. I start my day in gratitude. I start my day in meditation, in journaling, in personal growth and development, reading books like this, and exercising. And I do all of that before I even check my cell phone. And I'm not perfect at that, but I would say that probably on the 85% of the days that I do that morning routine, I am on fire. And I start my day proactive to the life and emotions that I want instead of reactive to the emotions and needs of others. So your morning routine is a huge game changer in how you go about your day and winning every single day when it comes to your emotions. Number 4, exercise. This is really simple, and it doesn't even need that long of an explanation. Exercise changes your physiology. It is scientifically proven that you're going to be happier when you exercise because it releases endorphins. Whatever that is, if that's running, if that's doing an online fitness challenge with your friends at home, doing at-home DVDs, whether it's going to a gym and taking group exercise classes, whatever it is, it releases endorphins. I teach group fitness and I exercise daily because it feels freaking amazing. And guess who typically goes to the gym? Positive people. Obviously not all of them, but positive people. So keep it simple. Exercise will not let you feel sad. That's number 4. Number 5 is your language. I'm going to introduce you to a concept called transformational vocabulary. This is a game changer. Can't talk today. Transformational vocabulary. When you start using the words depression, how does it feel? How does it feel to say depression? It feels heavy, right? It feels overwhelming. It feels icky and nasty. Think about that. But chances are, all you feel is a little blue. That's it, just a little blue. And which one of those is easier to come back from? Depression or feeling a little blue? Definitely the latter. So when you're talking to people or going about your life, here's my challenge for you. Number 1, life up the positive emotions and words that you share. So instead of when someone asks, how are you? And you say, oh, I'm fine, or I'm okay, or I'm good. Life it up, turn it into, I'm freaking fantastic, I'm amazing. And guess what? When you do that, this isn't some crock of shit to make you feel like, be that bubbly person and seem fake. But what happens is that it releases different chemicals in your brain and you start to feel fantastic because you're telling your brain to feel fantastic. So that's challenge number 1, is the life up how you respond with the positive emotions. And then challenge 2 is to decrease the intensity of the negative words you use. Instead of, I feel depressed, turn it into, I'm just a little bit perturbed, right? And you're going to interrupt your own pattern then. You're going to feel like oh, that's kind of funny, right? Game changer. You can do this for all of it. You can do this for anxiety. You can do this for sadness, overwhelm. You can just change it to something less intense. It's called transformational vocabulary. This is a huge area of study in my field in personal development. But your words play a huge role into how you feel. They literally signal your brain to release certain chemicals. So be intentional about your words, and you'll notice your emotions actually change. It's huge. It's a game changer. Transform your vocabulary to the feelings you want to feel. Not the feelings you have, the feelings you want to feel. And to be and then be honest about all the feelings that you don't want to feel. You're not depressed. You're feeling a little down, right? It's a game changer, guys. Number six, start asking empowering questions. When you focus on what you don't want, you're going to find it. When you focus on what you do want, you'll find that too. So let me do an exercise to show you what I mean. Look around the room and count the number of things that you can find that are red. Ready, go. Count the things that are red. Look for red, count them, look for red, 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 look for red. Cool. Got your count? How many things did you find that were blue? You have no idea, right? Maybe one on accident. But check this out. It's because you weren't looking for it. But now try again and count the number of things that you can find that are blue. Count them up. Look for blue, 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 look for blue. How many more things did you find that were blue? Pretty freaking incredible, right? It's like when you're in the market for a car and all of a sudden you decide you want to buy a 2017 Ford Fusion and you see that car at every stoplight, every stop sign, everywhere. Why is that? Because you're freaking looking for it. Most of your negative emotions are caused by disempowering questions you're asking yourself. Why am I so down? Why does the weather suck so bad? Why is it so cold? And guess what? You find all the answers to those questions since your brain is nothing more than a Google search engine. It will literally answer whatever the hell you type in up here. So to change your emotions, change your questions. Better questions will equal a much better life. Ask yourself empowering questions like, why is today so amazing? Why am I so positive today? Why is today such a wonderful blessing? Why is it a great day to be alive? Why am I so grateful? And guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna find the answer. You're gonna look for it, right? Just like look for red, look for blue. Instead of looking for red, why today sucks, you start looking for blue. You start focusing on the feelings you want instead of the feelings that you don't want. This is how you can feel happy and amazing during the time when everyone else is sad and miserable. So ask your empowering questions. Ask yourself empowering questions that lead towards the emotions you want to feel, okay? Number 7, I call this the secret ingredient. The secret ingredient. You might know it as genuine gratitude. I literally, like, my career is teaching people how to be happy, right? I teach people how to live in a state of appreciation and gratitude. That's why I created Appreciation Academy, right? Most people go through life with the wrong mindset. They think that happiness is something that comes as a result of some goal or success or something happening or someone else's emotions or someone else's statements or whatever it is. Happiness is not a result. That's not true. Happiness is what causes amazing things to happen in your life. Happiness is the catalyst to those things happening. And so many people wait for happiness when they realize happiness can be accessed right now, right? And what's so cool about this is that it's literally impossible to feel any sort of disempowering emotion when you learn how to be in a deep state of gratitude. It is impossible. Impossible to feel depressed, impossible to feel sad, impossible to feel anxious, overwhelmed, scared, frustrated, alone when you are in a real state of gratitude. Literally impossible. And I don't mean the bullshit gratitude where you say, yay, I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. I mean real gratitude that you feel in your heart. Real gratitude that I teach in my course. And if you try it and you don't feel it, you're not in a state of gratitude. It is literally impossible to feel any negative emotion whatsoever, even depression, when you are grateful. So practice genuine gratitude and your life will change. I practice it daily. It is a skill, not a result. And the results are pure and genuine happiness, right? That's how I go about my life. And bonus. Let's do a bonus one. This can technically be number 8 or bonus. Take massive action. Take massive action. See, most people wait for this lightning bolt of motivation to strike them in the ass in order to take action. Here's something that you might need to understand. That lightning bolt isn't coming. You need to realize that motivation is created by action. Motivation is what causes progress. If you want to feel happy, guess what? Progress equals happiness. Progress comes from feeling like you're even moving 1 inch forward. You might not even be at your goals yet, but you're moving 1 inch forward towards your goals. That's it. So take action and the motivation will show up. So guys, all of this comes down to point number 1. I gave you some amazing tips on how to do this, but it really comes back to taking responsibility for your life. Tip number 1. Think about this. Every single time the fall comes around, so many people blame the weather, blame something else or someone for their mood, right? But chances are you felt this way from time to time in July. You just found something more convenient to blame. When you make the choice to own your emotions and own your life and stop blaming something else or someone else for how you feel, and you realize that your emotions are something you can actually do something about, it's not just a result of something else, realizing that you are not your emotions, stop blaming something, stop looking for someone else's reactions to be happy, and realize that you don't need a fucking reason to be happy. When you do that, game over, and you can apply the rest of the 7 tips. So those are my tips to not only feel positive, but to be that beacon of hope for other people during this time of year. But this is just part of the recipe to happiness. Those are a couple of the steps. So if you want to learn how I actually instill those into my life, so they're my default setting, not just something I hear on some video from some guy, I highly, highly encourage you to join my online course, Appreciation Academy. Its primary job is to teach you how to be happy so you can create the life that you want instead of feeling so damn stuck and with negative self-talk all the time. It is a game changer. Imagine how freaking incredible these last couple months of the year could be if your mood didn't always change, if you didn't fall into a funk, if the weather or the season didn't affect your mood. Imagine the impact you could have if you were the positive beacon of hope, that positive person when other people are in the dumps. You just learned 7 of the major steps to making that happen. So thank you so much for tuning in today to this week's episode. Please share this content with someone that needs it, and make sure you check out Appreciation Academy at appreciationacademy.com, and we will see you next week with the next episode.